Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Destiny 2. So I heard there was new lore, so I'm going to experience it, and I figured I may as well do it with you since I did the whole season with you guys, so I may as well finish it off, eh?
Oh, sister, look at how far we've come. I was always destined to become a queen, and you a knight. Just like that facile human Gate you like so much. Knights are so powerful there, agile and unpredictable. But there's only a thin line between the knights and the pawns. Do you know which side you're on? Ah, now the witness. There's a king with vision. It has an end in mind, and it knows what that means. Your game has always been the attack and trade. The thrill of victory and the agony of retreat. When the means is violence, you're happy to no end. But this game isn't fought to the last knight standing, or even the queen. It ends when the king has no moves left. Not endless fighting, but the end of fighting. Listen to me go on. You've got other problems wherever you are. You've been locked out of your own castle. Mortal for the first time in millennia. As someone recently back from the dead, I sympathize. But before you move to retaliate, just check. What will it mean to be a knight after the game has ended?
That was a cool analogy there. I like that, Savathun. So we got a lore entry there as well. I'll see what that is. Powerful words. So we actually have 2 more of those by the look of it, which is cool. I like that. But lore. Page 8. Proportionality. Savathun flew heavily through the shifted skies of her throne world. She struggled to build speed, her wings seemed frustratingly stiff following her resurrection. She felt slow and uncoordinated, as if her body was not yet entirely her own. She frowned and drifted to the side, favouring her right, and did not see the spinning disc of void energy until it caught her low in the thorax and sent her tumbling to the ground. Interesting. There was a terrible noise, a flash of purple metal, and then it was over. Imaru materialized in a burst of light, and he looked down at Savathun and then at Saint 14, who stood over the body. Already? Imaru muttered in disbelief. Saint's face was hidden beneath his helmet. The lavender ribbons on his armor swayed and trailed with each heavy breath. It took him a moment to acknowledge the ghost. I heard you are in Vanguard custody, Saint said. I'm not a prisoner, Imaru sniffed. More like an insurance policy. Anyway, I could sense something happened to Eris, and Eris let me come down and check it out. Saint nodded, his focus still on Savathun. Something's happened, yes, he said, and nudged the pile of broken chitin and crumbled wings with his boot. Imaru hovered close to Savathun. I'm not even gonna ask, he said while channeling his light. Savathun rose to her knees. She took a raspy breath, opened her eyes, and found Saint. She smiled, for Saint stopped her. Imaru flew into Saint's face. All right, you've made your point. Saint wiped the streaming ichor from his visor with a thumb and gestured to Savathun's remains. Again, he said, pointedly. Yeah, I don't think so, Imaru replied, and initiated his transmat. Saint suddenly flared with void energy. He threw his palms out to his side, and a violent ward of dawn burst from him. Violet, rather. Imaru felt a ripple through him like a pressure wave, disrupting his transmission. He bobbed unsteadily. He was unable to see. That's kind of cool. But he could feel, and now Saint's armored hand gripped him so tightly that a hairline split ran through his shell. You will bring her back, Saint said. I'm getting a little tired of people threatening to kill me, Imaru said in a muffled voice. Saint's fist loosened by a fraction. You will bring her back, and I give you my word that you and she will both leave when I am finished. When you're finished, Imaru echoed. He felt Saint release him. He sensed for Savathun from hidden in the blackness. He grimaced, focusing his light, and Savathun began rising once again. Savathun, Saint said, and killed her. You are very new to resurrection as a light bearer. In the beginning, there is a weakness when you first come back. Like waking from a deep sleep, from a coma. That is why I can best you. You are still unsteady. You are hive, and you know suffering. You come from death. It is nothing to you. but I think, maybe, you do not know how it feels to be helpless. I will teach you. After a long, long time, Saint was finished. The dome vanished, exposing the Exo, the ghost, and the god of the murky throne world sky. Saint slowly keyed in his transport request and removed his helmet. As he transmitted out, he looked once more at Savathun. This was not for Osiris, he said in his voice hoarse and ragged. This was for me. When Saint returned home, Osiris met him at the door. You were gone a while. You must have been quite the patrol, he said. Are you hungry? And Saint 14, the greatest titan who ever lived, fell into his open arms and wept. Well, that's a cool lore entry. Alright, well that's going to be it, because there's nothing else. There's no, like, story or anything. But, if you like the video, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. As always, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Or I guess we'll have another entry next week and the week after, I assume. Anyway, see you guys.